We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Tonight we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And the slot man goes in motion left. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at the 34. Following the fumble recovery. Lance, he'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And some room to work. Touchdown 49ers. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taking it about the 1. Williams now on the return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on third down, Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Lance to throw it. It's caught by Mike Evans. And out across midfield down to the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. He's got it to the 43 here. The Niners at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lance. Throw left side complete. That's Rice. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
6-0 our score after 1. In motion left is Rice. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Lance. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Lance. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. Touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he's got some space here. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Slot man moves right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Gold to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From the 6. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
In motion left is Rice.
Lance now on first down.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from adding another catch to his big start.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
The Lance going to throw.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
Airing this one out for Evans. And this is caught. Touchdown 49ers.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. It's brought in by Harris.
Finding room at midfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Stafford. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Stafford to Kupp there for a Rams first down.
As he gets the first down, let's take a look at what Cooper Kupp did last season because it was one of the greatest years for a receiver in NFL history. 145 catches, 1,947 yards, both second most in a season all time. Truly an MVP caliber performance for the Super Bowl.
And he couldn't get rid of the football, trying to buy a little time, but he'll just tuck it and go down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Gay's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And this will be taken at the 13. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll go to work with a little momentum following the free kick, 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Fires the out route and completes it to Harris.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. Then the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A very solid gain of 27.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Rams. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And oh, it's blocked. And the Niners have it. There he goes left side. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And all the way into the end zone, and it's 2 points. Well, I think there was a lot of surprise from the kicking team there. After the block, they kind of froze and then realized, oh, wait, they can return this, and they returned it all the way.
And you know why they froze? Not often do you get that second sound, right? There's the kick, you hear that, and then there's that second thud when there's a block. That's when people freeze and they have to realize where the ball is. They picked it up and took it the other way.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Throwing now is Lance. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Well, up big with still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
Evans, the man in motion left. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance over the middle. That's caught by Rice. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Niners are pouring it on. Now Gould for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Stafford. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Gould able to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And the slot man goes in motion left. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Niners are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Gold with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Defensively, with this lead in the 4th quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Stafford now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Man open is Robinson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Throwing again is Stafford. And it's caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This take it in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And the slot man goes in motion left. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 4th down, Stafford. He's got a man, complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it's second down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the 49ers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.